going to hit generate. And there you go. You know, that's what, 5 seconds that took. Right, I just want to show you how I use some generative AI in my design lessons and my STEM lessons to help spur creativity. So first of all, like, the kids have to do some sort of research and come up with an idea. So what I've got here is I've got one idea, which one of my students came up with, which was an idea for a badminton trophy. And then a second one, which is a robot for exploring other planets. So that's part of the STEM lessons. This is part of the GCSE Timbers subject I do. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this sketch and a website called imagine.art. I'll put the link for this in the description so you can just go straight there. You can sign into this. You do have to sign into this in order to access it. That will give you 50 free credits a day, which is about enough to do sort of 6 to 10 versions of what you want to do. So you can iterate the design quite easily. They do a couple of different things as well. So you've got photo generation, you've got video generation, you've got Imagine Sketch, and you've got Music Studio as well. We're going to use Imagine Sketch to do this. So when you go in, you just hit Start Creating Now, and it will show you this image about how it works. Now you've got this creativity bar at the top there. I'm just going to whack it all the way up to the top. The less creativity, the less it modifies that image. Now, over here on the left, you've got a toolbar. If you can't see all these toolbars, sometimes this doesn't show up, especially if they're using an iPad. You just literally use the scroll up and down, and this one will appear. So it'll be media. And we're just going to pull the first one across. And now we do need to craft a prompt. So I'm just going to go back onto slides. And I don't know if you know you can do this, but if you just click on the speaker notes here, go to tools, and then dictate speaker notes, you can say the following. Now you need to state what the product is. If you just chuck this in and say, make this out of particular materials, it'll go a little bit haywire. So I have to state that this is a badminton trophy, and then I can follow on with like materials or looks and stuff like that. So here we go. This is a badminton trophy that is made out of mahogany, beech, and gold. There you go, there's my prompt. So I'm just gonna grab that and copy that. So pop that in there. What you'll want to do as well is make the image nice and big. So try to cover everything that's in there, and you'll get a really good outcome then. So once that's in place, I'm just going to hit generate. And there you go. You know, that's what, 5 seconds that took, and you've got a rendered version. Sort of, it's not perfect, it isn't, and that's generative AI. So it kind of spurs the conversation on those. So the conversation you could have with the student then is like, you know, if they like this, how are they going to attach this gold to the mahogany in the background? How are they going to manufacture this base here and this shape on top, and then pull them together? So it starts to spur more of a conversation in terms of, right, this is what you could do. I mean, you could change it to sort of add, let's put in silver and glass, and then hit that button again, and we see what this brings up. There you go. So it's a little bit more garish for me, but it's another iteration. Now there might be bits of each one that you can pull in there that they like. So, you know, this is a really quick, simple way to get it from that kind of, you know, that simple sketch into something that's kind of, oh, wow, this is amazing. Now with my students, I allow them to do this. This is a part of the design process, but they have to state in their work that they use generative AI to do this. They have to state what they did to say, you know, AI made this for me, but what I can take from this is the following. So let's do the other one. Let's get rid of this a second, and let's bring in the Mars rover. Is that one? Yeah. So let's bring this in. So again, I'm going to make this nice and big, fill up that space, and back over to here. Let's use speaker notes on here again. This is a robot for exploring different planets. It has solar panels across the top. Its main colors are red and white, but there is some aluminium foil on it as well. Let's grab that, chuck it into Imagine Art, and let's see what it comes up with. Okay. That is quite crazy. So I mean, the quality of the drawing obviously has an effect on the outcome of the generation, but you can see that's pretty cool. Let's come up with that. And at the end of the day, why can't it look like that? This is a, you know, an 11-year-old's imagination. So let's run with it. Right. So in order to get that out here, you can hit export, download it, and it will download to your device as normal. So thanks for watching. I hope this gives you some ideas of how you can use GenAI, I feel like Forrest Gump, how you can use GenAI in a creative aspect to kind of spur on pupils' imagination and creativity, and not kind of use it to hinder or steal away from their learning path or their learning experience. Yeah, go on. You get 50 credits a day. Play about with it. See what you can bring about. How that can develop. And as always, this is social media. So like, share, subscribe, because that's what we do now, right?